I'm back, and now we're gonna start working with our agent, who I'm a huge fan of. Check this guy out. This is your agent that can do stuff for you as long as you code him to do stuff for you. And if you remember from our last lesson, sun's starting to go down here, it looks like. So I am gonna toggle back to here, click the green flag once again, then come back to Minecraft, and you'll see my game mode is updated to creative. It's now sunny. Where's the sun now? It's way up there. And all that jazz, okay? So this all stemmed from, and I'm gonna be using, for me it's more comfortable to use Alt-Tab. So I'm gonna, or the other thing you could do, if I hit Alt-Tab, I go back to being able to get to this, focus on this window. So this is where I'm doing my coding. So from last time I did, when I click on the green flag, which is this in Scratch, I'll set the time today, change the weather to clear, and execute this command, which was, and what I kind of dig in Scratch is that in any case that you can't find the right command to do what you want to do in the actual Minecraft blocks here, you can always issue a command line command and just kind of use this line here to do so. So you can always execute commands, which also allows you to execute command after command after command, which is really great for those of you who use command blocks in Minecraft. You can't really do that with one command block, so this gives you an opportunity to issue multiple commands one after the other like you would like to do with code generally. So now I am going to bring us back here, and there's my agent again. I'm gonna just do some real simple commands to make him move, but you know, I can't make him move actually. I can move myself, right? But right now the agent, I would actually have to program him to move. So I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna think of a few things I would want to do. Let's say I want him to move forward. Again, to test it, I could always click it in the Scratch window, and there he goes, he moves forward, right? I might want him to move, turn left. Okay, there he goes. I might want him to turn right. And for those of you, who are fans of Turtle Logo, which I do believe was created by Seymour Papert, at least in its original form, this is kind of like a lot of the commands you would use in Turtle Logo, like forward, left, right, etc., to make the turtle move. So we have some of that carry over here. One thing I can do also, if I go to events, and again, this is a regular Scratch, built-in code. So what I'm doing is, a lot of times you'll be mixing anything you would want to do that Scratch allows you to do, and now bundle it with these Minecraft-specific codes. So I'm going to say, let's just say for argument's sake, I want to say that every time I don't want to use my regular commands, right? Like I don't want to use WASD, I don't want to use spacebar, which would jump, I don't want to use the numbers, and I don't want to use E because that's the inventory, or I probably don't want to use the F1 keys and all those. So I'm going to start, let's say I choose that for movement, I'm going to actually, in the game I don't usually use the arrows, but maybe you would want to. So I'm going to change this to be, to move forward, I'm going to do, let's just say we say the up arrow. To move left, I'm going to use the left arrow. And then to move right, I'm going to use the right arrow. Okay, so now, and it's actually going to be more of the turning. So I turn left, move forward, forward, forward. I'm doing this right now with the arrows. Turn left again, forward, forward, forward. Let's see, I might want to turn right. No, I'm going to turn left again to have him come towards me. Now I'll make him turn right. Oops, now he's going that way. So I'll go right, right. And actually, this is where you'd want to see this screen larger anyway. Oops, I just broke a block there. A little trick for those of you out here too that I like when you're in creative mode. If I use the middle mouse button, I can copy any block. So if I want to replace that, if I want to replace that in there, oh, that's so funny. Why is it doing that? Oh, you know, it's kind of funny. Like I don't have, let's see if I can get it back. There we go. One of the things is when I don't have the focus right because of the different screens, if you noticed I had a different mouse cursor, I want to have the crosshair like this. But anyway, that's not really about Scratch. Now, the interesting thing too is watch, if I press my arrow keys now, nothing's happening. So one of the interesting things to note about Scratch is you actually have to be in this window to make that happen. And what I can do is I can bring this back to being a little smaller. Okay, and then when I come over here, I have to really do this correctly or it won't. Oops. The funny thing is, you notice how my mouse is not working here, so I don't really have the focus here. If I go here, maybe I will. Nope. I have to somehow. This is annoying sometimes. There we go. Okay, that's just a little odd thing about where the focus is. I don't quite understand it perfectly, but here we go. I'm going to fill that up again. Now again, so I'm going to go back to Scratch. Okay, I'm in this window, and I'm going to now use my arrows to go forward, right, forward, forward, left, forward, left, forward, 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 left, forward, forward. Okay, get the idea? So this is real simple movement stuff. But we'll go on a little bit now, and now we will at least make some code that will make our agent, let's say, do a little subroutine that's going to have him move and dig together. So these I have here in case I want to just manually move him. But now let's just say we choose something else here, like let's just say when what do we want to do? We want to do let's say, so interestingly, in some of the other languages, I can make a subroutine out of a word and then do something with that. In this case, I can't do that exactly. I can use broadcast and repeat, broadcast and receive for messaging, but even that is a little bit different. So we'll play around with that later. But for now, let's just say I want to make a subroutine where when I press let's say the M key for mine, I want to make him start to mine for me. Okay. Now what I might want to do is go back to my more blocks, and I am going to do a few things. I am going to destroy the block below me down. Then I'm going to move down. Okay. So basically think of it like this. If I press the M key now, I'm going to destroy and go down. See what that just did? Okay. If I press it again, it's going to destroy and go down again because I'm using the M to just do those couple of things. And maybe that's a good way to think about it for starters anyway, is that anytime I want him to destroy and down, I'll do that. Anytime I want him to, let's say, to dig forward, let's say, or dig and move forward, I'll use the F key for now. So with that, I'm going to go back to my more blocks, and now maybe I want him to destroy forward and move forward. Okay, so now anytime I press F, he's going to do that. He's moving down underneath the ground right now, digging for me. Interestingly, though, in both of these instances, I've not told him to collect these, whatever he's mining, so we should have him always collect all. So I'm going to throw that in here and here. Now, understand, I could create a much greater subroutine that's going to do both of these things, like destroy down, move down, and then go forward. But in this case, I just want to see what happens if I just, right now I'm doing F, F, M, forward, forward, forward. Now what I could do is, I might want to do, use a new key, T, let's say. Whenever I press the T key, I'm going to teleport the agent back to me. And again, that's a Minecraft specific command. So I'm going to teleport to player. And now watch this. When I hit T, here he comes back, right? And now it gets kind of exciting because watch this, if I can get over here. Let's see, why is that still doing that to me? Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go up to my agent, right-click on him, and these are the things that he gathered while he was mining, and they are now mine, all mine. And now, one of the things we know I can do also is I can go back here and I can make it pretty easily day again, and all the other things I wanted, or so I say. Come on, there we go. Okay, now let's just say we go again, we just do a little bit of our mining. Let's see if I am in the right position to do that. Where's my... Okay, there we go. The right thing now. Now, there's my agent. So he didn't listen to me that time. That wasn't very nice. So I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to press M. Okay, there he goes. M. Let's say I want to go down a whole lot. M. I want to see what I can have him find, right? I'm just pressing M like crazy. I'm going to press F to go forward like a bit. Oh, he's moving. Let's see what he finds. And like I say, there are definitely ways I can do this differently, and we'll get into all that. Forward, forward, forward. Now let's teleport him back to me. And okay, now let's go to my agent and look at what he found. I still want to ultimately have him find some better stuff for us, like some redstone and diamonds and all, but I think that's a pretty good stopping point for now. Just so you see, what I did today was I just started to code a little bit of stuff to control my agent. I didn't do anything too fancy with coding like loops and things like that, which we'll get to. But right now, in this example, when I'm in the Scratch window, if I press the up arrow, he moves forward. Left, he turns left. Right, he turns right. So I can move my agent around. M will always destroy down, move down, and collect that. Forward will just destroy forward, move forward, collect that, and teleport T will bring him back to us. You could probably start to think about how if I wanted him to, instead of just pressing M 5 times, how I can use a loop. Why don't we get into that in the next section?